Every 4 years, the World Cup takes over the planet. Millions of people who don't normally watch football suddenly become obsessed. Flags come out, stickers come out, the shirts come out. And if you grew up in the late 90s, one game captured that feeling better than anything else. FIFA Road to World Cup 98. So while EAFC spends most of its time selling packs and Ultimate Team cards, FIFA 98 made you fall in love with international football, and nearly 30 years later I think it still might be the greatest World Cup football game ever made. So people often remember FIFA 98 because of nostalgia, but that's actually selling it short. This wasn't simply another yearly football game, it felt like an event. EA didn't just release another football title, they built an entire celebration around the World Cup. Every menu, every soundtrack, every animation, every presentation screen screamed international football. This is the feature people always forget. The game wasn't called FIFA 98, it was called Road to World Cup 98 for a reason. You didn't just play the finals, you started the years before the tournament. You had to qualify. Hundreds of international teams, real qualification groups, different configurations, long campaigns. You could take England, Brazil, Scotland, Wales. Hey, I used to take Northern Ireland, used to be my favourite team to try to get there. And you could try and get them all the way to France. There was something magical about taking a nation that had no business qualifying and somehow making history. Modern EAFC barely acknowledges international football. FIFA 98 built a game entirely around it. Then there was this song. Song 2 by Blur. The moment you heard that opening guitar, you knew exactly what time it was. Wasn't just a soundtrack, it became part of football culture. Even today, if you play that song to someone in their 30s or 40s, there's a good chance they'll immediately think of FIFA 98. Few games have ever managed that. EA accidentally created one of the game's greatest nostalgic moments. And then there was indoor football. Completely ridiculous, totally unrealistic, absolutely brilliant. Constant action, goals flying in every few seconds. It was basically FIFA Street years before FIFA Street existed. EA experimented, they tried things. They weren't terrified of upsetting esports or Ultimate Team balancing. They wanted players to have fun. Somewhere over the last 20 years, football games have forgotten that. Now, does FIFA 98 hold up perfectly today? Of course not. Graphics are dated, animations are stiff, and players turn like buses. Goalkeepers occasionally lose their mind, but underneath all that, there's still something strangely addictive. Passing does feel rewarding. Long shots are satisfying, crosses are dangerous, and every goal feels like you've earned it. Modern football games have thousands of animations. FIFA 98 just had fun. Go onto YouTube today, go onto Reddit, go onto retro game forums. People still talk about FIFA 98. People still emulate it. People still speed run qualification campaigns. People still load up indoor mode with friends. Why? Because memories matter. Football isn't just about graphics, it's about emotion. FIFA 98 captured the feeling of being excited for a World Cup better than most and any game ever since. Maybe it's nostalgia, maybe I'm just getting old, but I genuinely think football games have lost something. They've become bigger, more realistic, more expensive, but somehow just less magical. FIFA Road to World Cup 98, it wasn't perfect, but understood something modern football games seem to have forgotten. Football should be fun, and every time the World Cup comes around, I find myself installing it again, and I have just done that, because sometimes the older games were really, really better. Let me know your best qualification campaign. Who did you get to the World Cup? And did you ultimately win it as well? Love to hear that. And if you like this type of nostalgia, make sure you hit subscribe. Goodbye.